न पुत्रो न पुत्री न भृत्यो न भर्ता न दातो न माता न बन्धुर्न दाता न पुत्रो न पुत्री न भृत्यो न भर्ता न जाया न विद्या न वृत्तिर्ममैव न जाया न विद्या न वृत्तिर्ममैव गतस्त्वं त्वं एका भवानी गतस्त्वं त्वं एका भवानी
शिवशङ्करि शापविमोचनि शोकविनाशिनि शास्त्रज्ञे शिवसहिते शिवशम्भुशुभङ्करि शुम्भरि शुम्भपदास्तत्ते सकलमनोहरि सुन्दरि सर्ववशङ्करि शङ्करतोषकृते जय परमेश्वरि नित्यसुमङ्गलि नित्यनितेश्वरि पालय सर्वकृते शुभजन शाश्वत मानस भावित कामित याचित पूर्णकृते सुकर सुखीकृत दुष्कर नाशकृते जननिन्दित क्रोधकृते जय परमेश्वरि नित्यसुमङ्गलि नित्यनितेश्वरि पालय शक्तियुते हजिते शुभवरदे विभवे विमले कमले कमला.
Om. Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa. Guru Mantra, Guru Bija. Feeling connection with Guru, the integrity with Guru. Is the highest, best, direct way of manifesting Paramashivatva. Listen. I'll give you the brief history of the whole Sri Vidya Sampradaya. Then you will understand what Paramashiva means by this message. Listen carefully. I was telling you in the last initiation, first Sri Vidya Diksha, then Mahavidya, then Parashodasi. After Parashodasi, Tripura. This whole science is Shakta Sampradaya, Sri Vidya Sampradaya. Listen to the history. That is too important. How the Sri Vidya Sampradaya is given to the world. There was a time Sati did not obey Paramashiva and leaves Kailasa to attend Daksha Yajna. It is not about Daksha or Daksha Yajna. It's all about did not listen to Guru Vak, kept herself away from the Guru. Please understand. When Grahas try to ruin your life, the first thing they do is move you away from Guru. They will somehow trigger the pattern exactly which keeps you away from Guru, not to be in touch with Guru. That's it. Then, listen. The moment you are away from the Guru, gone. Anything can be done to you. If you know a little bit of astrology, you will know what I am saying. Only if the Brihaspati and Shukra are blacked. The other negative influences can happen on you. As long as Shukra and Guru are seeing you, you seeing them, no negativity can touch you. Understand? Even accidents will be converted into miracles. Please listen. Accident and miracle are actually one and the same. Both are surprise events. But the way it concludes, ends, will decide whether it is an accident in your life or a miracle in your life. If you are in touch with Guru, any accident, he will make it into miracle. If you are away from Guru, any miracle, it will end up as accident. That is the beauty of Guru Kripa. Listen. When you are with Guru, even if you suffer, all your negativity will be exhausted. You will reach enlightenment. When you are away from Guru, even if you are enjoying all the good karmas, it will generate more greed and lead you absolutely towards life negativity and end up in suicidal way. Away from Guru. What happened to Sati? Exactly the same thing happens. How? Sati ended up burning herself, suicide, and destroyed her parents and the whole Mayapuri, her parental kingdom. Listen, I'll tell you the whole story. Sati says, let's go to Daksha Yajna. Paramashiva says, not now, wait. Then she started denying Guru and said, at least let me go. He said, not now, wait. But somehow she got triggered, allowed herself to be triggered, decided to allow the triggering happen, denied Guru's words and walks away. You all should know, when she walked away from Guru's words, when she kept distance from Guru, when she moved out of Kailasa, even Nandi could not save her. Nandi was running behind her to protect, to save her. The grahas were so powerful. The moment she moved away from the Guru's words, they all started taking revenge. Sati had an ego satisfaction. I said no to Paramashiva, reclaimed my freedom. But the moment she entered Daksha Yajna, she faced the net trap she put herself. Listen. All the grahas don't give any negative results to you when you are with Guru, because he is protecting. If you move away from the Guru, all the grahas jump and take revenge. The way she was terrorized by the grahas, the ups and downs, she has no other choice other than giving up the body. She just died, gave up her body. That was too much. And Nandi could not save. Sati and Nandi gave such a loud voice. Shiva woke up from the samadhi and his fire came out as Veerabhadra. Straight went and killed Daksha, destroyed the whole Mayapuri. The present Haridwar, those days, Mayapur, Mayapura, Mayapuri. Whole thing. When you leave Guru, when you keep yourself away from Guru, only in suicide the karma will end. Because it will spiral down like a snowballing. One will lead to the other, one will lead to the other, one will lead to the other. Only in the suicide it will end. The moment she committed suicide, left the body, and Daksha was killed, the DNA disconnection has happened. Sati realized she is Paramashiva Shakti and reached Kailasa. Reached Paramashiva and started begging, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? Begs Paramashiva to be accepted back in that pure conscious form. Naturally, in that pure conscious form, she is one with Paramashiva, beyond the body. Paramashiva says, teach what you learned from this whole episode to the world. She then teaches Shakta Sampradaya, Srividya Sampradaya. This whole Shakta Sampradaya is given by her. She takes 10 form, Dasamahavidya, Kali, Tara, Rajarajeshwari, Bhuvaneshwari, Chinnamasta, Dhumavati, Mahashyamala, Kamalatmika. All the 10 forms she manifests and teaches the signs to the world. 11 people received that signs. Agastya, Dattatreya. 11 people, including Sadashiva. So it became 11 Sampradaya. Dasamahavidya, Srividya Sampradaya, 11 Rishis. I received it from Sadashiva Parampara. My gurus belong to in that 11 Sampradaya, Sadashiva Parampara, Sadashiva Sampradaya. So when I do the Srividya, I chant Sadashiva Rushihi. From him, the Sampradaya came to me. So listen, the first thing Devi teaches, come what may, be with Guru. This whole Shakta Sampradaya is Guru-centric. That is why the ultimate bija, sound, is called Guru Mantra, Guru Bija. The 15th syllable is called Panchadashi. The 16th syllable is called Shodasi. That 16th syllable will vary to all the 11 sampradayas. Each sampradaya will have that 16th syllable unique to them, their sampradaya. That is called Guru Bija or Guru Mantra. That 16th one you have to receive directly from Guru. Navagrahas, when they want to destroy you, the first thing they will do is move you away from Guru. That's it. Stop you being in touch with Guru. That's all. Then your health is gone, wealth is gone, all decisions you make will end up only in suicide. Till then it won't end. Like how Sati, just one crime she did, keeping away from Paramashiva, she lost her life and she killed her father. She killed the whole kingdom, her kingdom. She herself became death for her whole kingdom, the Mayapura. Because when Veerabhadra came, he finished the whole thing off. Nothing was left. After Devi revealed the signs, Srividya to the world, Paramashiva became cool and he accepts her back and asks her to assume another body as Parvati. Then he sends Veerabhadra to give the life back to Daksha. But by the time the Veerabhadra's fire in that Homagni, Daksha's head was burnt, then Paramashiva himself comes to give life back to Daksha by fixing a goat head. Because the head was already burnt, it was not available. Come what may, don't keep away from Guru. Be in touch. Be connected. You will experience everything rightly. Even if you think there is a pain, it will only be exhausting the bad karmas. Even what you think as accident will end up as miracle. When you are keeping yourself away from the Guru, Even what you think as miracles will end up as accident. Now I'm going to give you the 16th syllable, Mahavidya initiation. Get ready. I'll initiate Mahavidya, Shodasi. Now, in the next session, Parashodasi. Then the next to Parashodasi is Tripura. Tripura Sundari, Tripureshwari, Tripura Bhairavi. First, Srividya. In Srividya, manifestation of Parabrahma Swarupini, Mahasaraswati. Now, Mahavidya, along with Parandama Swarupini, Mahalakshmi, then Parashodasi. Next session will be Parashodasi, along with Paramashiva Swarupini, Paramashakti, then Tripurambika, Tripura Sundari, means all these three put together. In English and Sanskrit both, the word three means the same meaning, three. All these three put together. The Parabrahma Swarupini, Mahasaraswati, Parandama Swarupini, Mahalakshmi, Paramashiva Swarupini, Paramashakti, all these three put together is Tripura Sundari, Tripura Bhairavi, will go by step next. As the Sadashiva Sampradaya of Srividya, as I received, I'll share with you all. The Sadashiva Sampradaya of Srividya elaborately gives the Tripura Rahasya, the secret of this great Shakta Sampradaya. So now, receive the initiation. You will manifest Parandama Swarupini Mahalakshmi, wealth. Not only you will manifest Mahavidya, you will manifest wealth. This initiation is for manifesting Paramashivatva powers, mainly focused on wealth. Because now I will be invoking Parandama Swarupini Mahalakshmi. So she can shower all the wealth, all the aspects of wealth on all of us. Parabrahma Swarupini Mahasaraswati, Parandama Swarupini Mahalakshmi, Paramashiva Swarupini Paramashakti, all these three put together is Tripura Bhairavi. Parapattarika. Mahakameshwari, Tripura Sundari, Tripurambigayai, Tripurayai, Paramashiva Shakti. Now, sit. You don't need to keep your eyes closed. You can keep your eyes open. I'll invoke Parandama Swarupini, Mahalakshmi, and the Mahavidya, Shodasi, all the 16 sacred sounds. So your very DNA can reverberate with this Mahavidya initiation. Om, 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 Ka, E, E, La, Hrim, Ha, Sa, Ka, Ha, La, Hrim, Sa, Ka, La, Hrim. Om, 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 Om.
एका भवानी अनाथो दरिद्रो जरारोगयुक्तो महाक्षीणदीनः सदा जाड्यवक्त्रः विपतौ प्रविष्ट प्रणष्ट सदाहं गतस्त्वं त्वम् एका भवानी 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 गतस्त्वं त्वम् एका भवानी
शिवशक्त्या युक्तो यदि भवति शक्तप्रभवितुं न चेदेवं देवो न खलु कुशलः स्पन्दितुमपि अतस्त्वामाराध्यां हरिहरविरिञ्चादिभिरपि प्रणन्तुं स्तोतुं वा कथमकृतपुण्यप्रभवति तनीयां सम्पांसुं तव चरणपङ्केरुहभवम् विरिञ्चे सञ्चिन्वन् विरचयति लोकानविकलम् वहत्येनं शौरी वहत्येनं शौरी कथमपि सहस्रेण शिरसां हरसं शुद्ध्यैनं भजति भासितो धूलनविधिम् अविद्यानामन्तस्तिमिरमिहिरद्वीपनगरी जटानां चैतन्यस्तवगमकरन्दश्रुतिजरी दरिद्राणां चिन्तामणि गुणनिका जन्मजलधौ निमग्नानां दंष्ट्रामुररिपुवराहस्य भवति वदन्यपाणिभ्यामभयवरदो दैवतगण त्वमेका नैवासि प्रकटितवराभीत्यभिनया भयात्रातुं दातुं फलमपि च वाञ्छासमधिकम् शरण्ये लोकानां तव हि शरणावेव निपुणौ हरिस्त्वामाराध्य प्रणतजन सौभाग्यजननीं पुरानारी भूत्वा पुररिपुमपि क्षोभमनयत् सरोऽपि त्वां नत्वा प्रतिनयनलेखेन वपुषा मुनीनामप्यन्त प्रभवति हि मोहाय महताम् धनुपौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चमी शिखा वसन्त सामन्तो मलय मरुता योधनरथ तथापेक सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम् अपागात् लगा जगदितमनन्तो विजयते कनत्काञ्चीधाम करिकलभकुम्भस्तननथा परीक्षीण मध्ये परिणत शरच्चन्द्रवदना धनुर्बाणान् पाशं शृणिमपि ददाना करतलै पुरस्तादियास्तां न पुरमथितुराहो पुरुषिका सुधा सिन्धोर्मध्ये सुरविडपिवाटी परिवृते मणिद्वीपे नीपोपवनवती चिन्तामणिगृहे शिवाकारे मञ्चे परमशिवपर्यङ्कनिलयां भजन्ति त्वं धन्या कतिचन चिदानन्दलहरी महीमूलाधारे गमपि मणिपूरे हुतमहं स्थितं स्वाधिष्ठाने हृदि मरुदमाकाशमुपरि मनापि भ्रुमध्ये सकलमपि भेत्वा कुलपतं सहस्रारे पत्ने सगरहसि पत्या विहरसे सुधाधारा सारैश्वरणयुगलान्तर्विगलितैः प्रपञ्चं सिञ्चन्ति पुनरपि रसाम्नायमकसः अवाप्य स्वां भूमिं भुजगनिभममत्युष्टवलयम् स्वमात्मानं कृत्वा स्वपिशिकुलकुण्डे कुहरिणी चतुर्भिः श्रीकण्ठैः शिवयुवतिभिः पञ्चभिरपि प्रभिन्नाभिः शम्भोर्नवभिरपि मूलप्रकृतिभिः चतुश्चत्वारिंशत्वसुदलकलाश्रत्रिवलय त्रिरेखाभिः सार्धं तव चरणकोणा परिणताः सौन्दर्यं तु हि न गिरिकन्ये तुलयितुं कवीन्द्राकल्पन्ते कथमपि विरिञ्च प्रभृतय यदा लोकौत्सुक्यादमरललनायान्ति मनसा तपोभिर्दुष्प्रापामपि गिरिशसायुज्य पदवीं नरं वर्षीयां संनयनविरसं नर्मसुजडं तवापाङ्गलोके पतितमनुधावन्ति शतश गलदेणीबन्धा कुचकलशमिश्रस्तशिक्षया हठात्रेड्यकाञ्चो विगलितदुकूला युवतय श्रितौ षट्पञ्चाशद्विसमधिकपञ्चाशदुदके हुताशे द्वाषष्टिश्चतुरधिकपञ्चाशदनिले द्विविधिं षट्त्रिंशन्मनसि च चतुष्षष्टिरिति ये अयोगास्तेषामप्युपरि तव पादाम्बुजयुगम् शरज्योत्स्ना शुद्धां शशियुतजटाजूटमकुटाम् भरद्रा मन्त्राण स्फटिक घटिका पुस्तककराम् सकृन्नत्वा नत्वा कथमिव सतां सन्निदधते मधुक्षीरद्राक्षा मधुरि मधुरी
काली तारा राजराजेश्वरी भुवनेश्वरी भैरवी चिन्नमस्ता धूमावती बगलामुखी राजश्यामला महाश्यामला कमलात्मिका चिन्नमस्ता ओम 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 परंदाम स्वरूपिणी महालक्ष्मी परंदाम स्वरूपिणी कमलात्मिका manifest wealth for all. Om Om Om
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। श्री लक्ष्मी सहस्रनामावली। पद्मनाभ सहोदरी इच्छारूपं भगवतः सच्चिदानन्दरूपिणी सर्वज्ञां सर्वजननीं विष्णुपक्षस्थलालयां दयालुमनीषं ध्यायेत् सुखसिद्धिस्वरूपिणी ॐ नित्यागतायै नमः ॐ आनन्दनित्यायै नमः ॐ नन्दिन्यै नमः ॐ जलरञ्जन्यै नमः ॐ नित्यप्रकाशिन्यै नमः ॐ स्वप्रकाशस्वरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ महालक्ष्म्यै नमः ॐ महाकाल्यै नमः ॐ महाकन्यायै नमः ॐ सरस्वत्यै नमः ॐ भोगवैभवसन्दात्र्यै नमः ॐ भक्तानुग्रहकारिण्ये नमः ॐ ईशावास्यायै नमः ॐ महामायायै नमः ॐ महादेव्यै नमः ॐ महाऐश्वर्यै नमः ॐ हृल्लेखायै नमः ॐ परमायै नमः ॐ शक्त्यै नमः ॐ मातृकाबीजरूपिण्ये नमः ॐ नित्यानन्दायै नमः ॐ नित्यभोगायै नमः ॐ नन्दिन्यै नमः ॐ जनमोदिन्यै नमः ॐ सत्यप्रकाशिन्यै नमः ॐ स्वप्रकाशात्मरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ त्रिपुरायै नमः ॐ भैरव्यै नमः ॐ विद्यायै नमः ॐ हंसायै नमः ॐ वागीश्वर्यै नमः ॐ शिवायै नमः ॐ वाग्देव्यै नमः ॐ महारात्र्यै नमः ॐ कालरात्र्यै नमः ॐ त्रिलोचनायै नमः ॐ भद्रकाल्यै नमः ॐ कराल्यै नमः ॐ महाकाल्यै नमः ॐ तिलोत्तमायै नमः ॐ काल्यै नमः ॐ करालम्बत्रान्तायै नमः कामाक्ष्यै नमः ॐ कामदायै नमः ॐ शुभायै नमः ॐ चण्डिकायै नमः ॐ चण्डरूपेशायै नमः ॐ चामुण्डायै नमः ॐ चक्रधारिण्यै नमः ॐ त्रैलोक्यजनन्यै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ त्रैलोक्यविजयोत्तमायै नमः ॐ सिद्धलक्ष्म्यै नमः ॐ क्रियालक्ष्म्यै नमः ॐ मोक्षलक्ष्म्यै नमः ॐ प्रसादिन्यै नमः ॐ उमायै नमः ॐ भगवत्यै नमः ॐ दुर्गायै नमः ॐ दाक्षायण्यै नमः ॐ शिवायै नमः ॐ प्रत्यङ्गरायै नमः ॐ धरायै नमः ॐ खेलायै नमः ॐ लोकमात्रे नमः ॐ हरिप्रियायै नमः ॐ पार्वत्यै नमः ॐ परमायै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ ब्रह्मविद्याप्रदायिन्यै नमः ॐ अरूपायै नमः ॐ बहुरूपायै नमः ॐ विरूपायै नमः ॐ विश्वरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ पञ्चभूमात्मिकायै नमः ॐ वाण्यै नमः ॐ पञ्चभूतात्मिकायै नमः ॐ परायै नमः ॐ कालिन्यै नमः ॐ पञ्चिकायै नमः ॐ वाग्मै नमः ॐ हविषे नमः ॐ प्रत्यधिदेवतायै नमः ॐ देवमात्रे सङ्ख्यायै नमः ॐ जातये नमः ॐ क्रियाशक्त्यै नमः ॐ प्रकृत्यै नमः ॐ मोहिन्यै नमः ॐ मह्यै नमः ॐ यज्ञविद्यायै नमः ॐ महाविद्यायै नमः ॐ गुह्यविद्यायै नमः ॐ विभावत्यै नमः ॐ ज्योतिष्मत्यै नमः ॐ महामात्रे नमः ॐ सर्वमन्त्रफलप्रदायै नमः ॐ दारिद्र्यध्वंसिन्यै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ हृदयग्रन्थिभेदिन्यै नमः ॐ सहस्रादित्यसङ्कासायै नमः ॐ चन्द्रिकायै नमः ॐ चन्द्ररूपिण्यै नमः ॐ गायत्र्यै नमः ॐ सोमसम्भूत्यै नमः ॐ सावित्र्यै नमः ॐ प्रणवात्मिकायै नमः ॐ शान्त्यै नमः ॐ वैष्णव्यै नमः ॐ भ्राम्यै नमः ॐ सर्वदेव नमस्कृतायै नमः ॐ दुर्गायै नमः ॐ कुबेराक्षै नमः ॐ करवीरनिवासिन्यै नमः ॐ जयायै नमः ॐ विजयायै नमः ॐ जयन्त्यै नमः ॐ अपराजितायै नमः ॐ कुब्जिकायै नमः ॐ कालिकायै नमः ॐ शास्त्रे नमः ॐ वीणापुस्तकधारिण्यै नमः ॐ सर्वज्ञशक्त्यै नमः ॐ श्रीशक्त्यै नमः ॐ ब्रह्मविष्णुशिवात्मिकायै नमः ॐ इडापिङ्गलिकामध्ये मृणालीतन्तुरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ यज्ञेशान्यै नमः ॐ प्रधानायै नमः ॐ दीक्षायै नमः ॐ दक्षिणायै नमः ॐ सर्वमोहिन्यै नमः ॐ अष्टाङ्गयोगिन्यै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ निर्बीजध्यानगोचरायै नमः ॐ सर्वदार्थस्थितायै नमः ॐ शुद्धायै नमः ॐ सर्वपर्वतवासिन्यै नमः ॐ वेदशास्त्रप्रदायिन्यै नमः ॐ वैद्यै नमः ॐ षडङ्गादिपदक्रमायै नमः ॐ शिवायै नमः ॐ दात्रे नमः ॐ शुभानन्दायै नमः ॐ यज्ञकर्मस्वरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ व्रतिन्यै नमः ॐ वेनकायै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ ब्रह्माण्यै नमः ॐ ब्रह्मचारिण्यै नमः ॐ एकाक्षरपरायै नमः ॐ तारायै नमः ॐ भवबन्धविनाशिन्यै नमः ॐ विश्वम्भरायै नमः ॐ धराधारायै नमः ॐ निराधारायै नमः ॐ अधिकस्वरायै नमः ॐ रागायै नमः ॐ कुह्वे नमः ॐ अमावास्यायै नमः ॐ पूर्णिमायै नमः ॐ अनुमत्यै नमः ॐ द्युत्यै नमः ॐ सिनीवाल्यै नमः ॐ शिवायै नमः ॐ अवश्यायै नमः ॐ वैक्ष्वदेव्यै नमः ॐ विशङ्गिलायै नमः ॐ पिप्पलायै नमः ॐ विशालाक्ष्यै नमः ॐ रक्षोज्ञै नमः ॐ वृष्टिकारिण्यै नमः ॐ दुष्टविद्राविण्यै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ सर्वोपद्रवनाशिन्यै नमः ॐ शारदायै नमः ॐ सरसन्धानायै नमः ॐ सर्वशास्त्रस्वरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ युद्धमध्यस्थितायै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ सर्वभूत नमः ॐ नर्मदायै नमः ॐ आपगायै नमः ॐ समुद्रवसनावासायै नमः ॐ पञ्चवक्त्रायै नमः ॐ दशभुजायै नमः ॐ शुद्धस्फटिकसन्निधायै नमः ॐ रक्तायै नमः ॐ कृष्णायै नमः ॐ सितायै नमः ॐ पीतायै नमः ॐ सर्ववर्णायै नमः ॐ निरीश्वर्यै नमः ॐ कालिकायै नमः ॐ चक्रिकायै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ सत्तायै नमः ॐ वटुकायै नमः ॐ स्थितायै नमः ॐ तरुण्यै नमः ॐ वारुण्यै नमः ॐ नार्यै नमः ॐ ज्योतिष्ठादेव्यै नमः ॐ सुरेश्वर्यै नमः ॐ विश्वम्भरायै नमः ॐ धरायै नमः ॐ कर्त्यै नमः ॐ गलार्गलविभञ्जन्यै नमः ॐ सन्ध्यायै नमः ॐ रात्र्यै नमः ॐ दिवे नमः ॐ ज्योत्स्नायै नमः ॐ कलायै नमः ॐ काष्ठायै नमः ॐ निमेषिकायै नमः ॐ ऊर्व्यै नमः ॐ कात्यायन्यै नमः ॐ शुभ्रायै नमः ॐ संसारार्णवतारिण्यै नमः ॐ कपिलायै नमः ॐ कीलकायै नमः ॐ अशोकायै नमः ॐ मल्लिका वरमालिकायै नमः ॐ देविकायै नमः ॐ सौम्यलक्षणायै नमः ॐ अतीतदुर्गायै नमः ॐ सूत्रप्रबोधिकायै नमः ॐ श्रद्धायै नमः ॐ मेघायै नमः ॐ कृत्यै नमः ॐ प्रज्ञायै नमः ॐ धारणायै नमः ॐ कान्त्यै नमः ॐ श्रुत्यै नमः ॐ स्मृतये नमः ॐ धृतये नमः ॐ धन्यायै नमः ॐ भूतये नमः ॐ इष्ट्यै नमः ॐ मनीषिण्यै नमः ॐ विरक्त्यै नमः ॐ व्यापिन्यै नमः ॐ मायायै नमः ॐ सर्वमायाप्रभञ्जन्यै नमः ॐ माहेन्द्र्यै नमः ॐ मन्त्रिण्यै नमः ॐ सिंह्यै नमः ॐ इन्द्रजालस्वरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ अवस्थात्रयनिर्मुक्तायै नमः ॐ ईषणत्रयनिर्मुक्तायै नमः ॐ गुणत्रयनिर्मुक्तायै नमः ॐ सर्वरोगविवर्जितायै नमः ॐ योगध्यानानन्दगम्यायै नमः ॐ योगध्यानपरायणायै नमः ॐ त्रयीशिखाविशेषज्ञायै नमः ॐ वेदान्तज्ञानरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ भारत्यै नमः ॐ ममलायै नमः ॐ भाषायै नमः ॐ पद्मायै नमः ॐ पद्मावत्यै नमः ॐ कृतये नमः ॐ गौतम्यै नमः ॐ गोमत्यै नमः ॐ गौर्यै नमः ॐ ईशानायै नमः ॐ हंसवाहिन्यै नमः ॐ नारायण्यै नमः ॐ प्रभादारायै नमः ॐ जाह्नव्यै नमः ॐ शङ्करात्मजायै नमः ॐ चित्रघण्टायै नमः ॐ सुनन्दायै नमः ॐ श्रियै नमः ॐ मानव्यै नमः ॐ अनुसम्भवायै नमः ॐ स्ताम्भिन्यै अग्निरूपायै नमः ॐ ग्रहनक्षत्ररूपिण्यै नमः ॐ बिन्दुनादकलातीतायै नमः ॐ बिन्दुनादकलात्मिकायै नमः ॐ दशवायुजयाकारायै नमः ॐ कलाषोडशसंयुतायै नमः ॐ कश्यप्यै नमः ॐ कमलायै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ नादचक्रनिवासिन्यै नमः ॐ मृठाधारायै नमः ॐ स्थिरायै नमः ॐ गुह्यायै नमः ॐ देविकायै नमः ॐ चक्ररूपिण्यै नमः ॐ अविद्यायै नमः ॐ शर्वायै नमः ॐ कुञ्चायै नमः ॐ जम्भासुरनिबर्हिण्यै नमः ॐ श्रीकायायै नमः ॐ श्रीकलायै नमः ॐ शुभ्रायै नमः ॐ कर्मनिर्मूलकारिण्यै नमः ॐ आदिलक्ष्म्यै नमः ॐ गुणाधारायै नमः ॐ पञ्चब्रह्मात्मिकायै नमः ॐ परायै नमः ॐ श्रुतये नमः ॐ ब्रह्ममुखावासायै नमः ॐ सर्वसम्पत्तिरूपिण्यै नमः ॐ मृगसञ्जीवन्यै नमः ॐ मैत्र्यै नमः ॐ कामिन्यै नमः ॐ कामवर्जितायै नमः ॐ निर्वाणार्गलायै नमः ॐ देव्यै नमः ॐ हंसिन्यै नमः ॐ काशिकायै नमः ॐ क्षमायै नमः ॐ सर्पयायै नमः ॐ गुणिन्यै नमः ॐ भिन्नायै नमः ॐ निर्गुणायै नमः ॐ अखण्डितायै नमः ॐ शुभायै नमः ॐ स्वामिन्यै नमः ॐ वेदिन्यै नमः ॐ शक्यायै नमः ॐ साम्बर्यै नमः ॐ चक्रधारिण्यै नमः ॐ दण्डिन्यै नमः ॐ मुण्डिन्यै नमः ॐ व्याघ्र्यै नमः ॐ शिखिन्यै नमः ॐ सोमसंहतये नमः ॐ चिन्तामण्ये नमः ॐ चिदानन्दायै नमः ॐ पञ्चबाणप्रबोधिन्यै नमः ॐ बाणक्षेणये नमः ॐ सहस्राक्ष्यै नमः ॐ सहस्रभुजपादुकायै नमः ॐ सन्ध्याबालायै नमः ॐ
Om, 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 Om. As a living manifestation, Paramavatara of Paramashiva, bless you all. Parandama Shakti, Mahalakshmi will manifest in all your lives, shower you with wealth in all forms. Om, Om, Om. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddha-Advaita Saivam, Paramadvaitam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness and Kailasa of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you. Be blissful. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda.
Jnanapatati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasya Lakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. Science of our manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. The Pramanas, the Shastra Pramana, the authentic scriptures, Shrutis, Vedagamas stand as a foundation for Hinduism. Apta Pramana, authentic, time-tested, foolproof compilation of the experience of the sages, rishis and enlightened masters, which is in terms with the Shastra Pramana. Atma Pramana, with Apta Pramana, a guru is able to experience and live the truth claimed by the Shastras. And Shakshi Pramana, manifestation and experience of the Guru's initiation in the disciple of a particular lineage, which is demonstrable to the world. And Pratiksha Pramana, having the truth validated by the scientific study. Bhagavan has given the Pramanas, the evidences, how the power manifestation can take us beyond what we understand as our mind. Beyond that, how the dimensions and possibilities are that we can experience as truth. Let's move to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana for the power of Akashik reading, remote vision, is taken from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra.
Pashyan Kritva Drishtim
Nirantaram Shabdhatma Stakshana Devi Bhairavam Vapuratmayat Akasham Vimalam Pashyam Kritva Drishtim Nirantaram Sabdhatma Skandana Devi Bhairavam Vapuratmayat. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully in this Dharana 61, so the whole space that Bhagavan is creating for us to understand the deeper truth. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the skies and clouds, one could fix one's gaze from the power of third eye without blinking continuously and make the body and the inner space steady and motionless. In the very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and power of the infinite space Bhairava. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, can we experience beyond the length, breadth, depth? Does it exist? There are 14 dimensions, Bhagavan says. All of us came here to experience the higher dimensions. And all of us are here to experience the ultimate. And we know all the great Mahatmas manifested all these great signs. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, when he saw a grass, he was able to merge into the grass, and when they cut the grass, he would feel the pain. When he saw the birds in the air, he would become literally light like a flying bird. And when he saw some fishermen fight and hurt each other, he would have the wound in his body. To that extent, he was in oneness with everything, that he experienced everything as himself. And it is beautifully explained. The more we exist as Paramashiva, more than our identity, the higher dimension can be experienced. Paramashiva is none other than our own self, the core of who we are as the existential reality. When we let that manifest through us beyond our what we understand as body and mind, we will be experiencing all the dimensions, all the auspiciousness, and all the higher intelligence. It is nothing but the higher intelligence, like how we have a second grade kid, then we have a 10th grade kid, we have a master's degree, then a PhD degree. We have the higher and higher science in the outer world, which teaches us to become intellect, more and more intellect. Same way, the space that we are in, more and more we are able to be in unclutched and be in the oneness. We are experiencing higher and higher intelligence to tap the higher dimensions, higher possibilities, and that exist. That is what the great saints and sages and munis and rishis, all of them tap the higher intelligence to exist in the existential reality much deeper than what we can experience in the outer world. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully gives the Apta Pramana of how Raghavendra was one of the greatest saint and who lived and manifested all the powers of Paramashiva. And beautifully he was walking and he saw Krishna and in the Vimana, and Krishna showed him when Raghavendra asked how many years you're going to live in his body. He showed 3 times 2, which refers to 2 years, 2 months, and 2 days. And exactly on that day that Krishna said, he dropped the body. To signify that Krishna had said, a mala fell on his neck from the sky that he experienced as his reality. It is not just the myth, it is existential reality to live in higher dimensions. And that is what our sages and rishis and munis were able to manifest. All of us can manifest if we surrender our identity to the Guru. Guru is none other than the formless who has come in the form to show us who we are is the formless and the ultimate reality. That is what we are, to show the existential reality, who we are, which is the origin, how we exist. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully speaks here on the Akashik reading. Akashik reading are the great records which is already there in the Akasha, which anybody can download and read it. Here Bhagavan is reading on birth. These Akashic records are like mantras. This is not like as per grammar or English. It is literally translated into our English vocabulary for us to understand. But it is mantras which are narrated by Bhagavan for our understanding. This, just by listening to Akashic records, so many karmas are dissolved and we can experience the deeper oneness with Paramashiva just by listening to the Akashic record, which is powerful message to the planet Earth, how birth never exists and we are beyond birth and death cycle, and how we can manifest all this greater science in this physical body, on the physical planet Earth, is beautifully described by Bhagavan in the question answer session on birth.
Strong, rebellious mind which decided to say no to the whole creation, that made you forget the prarabdha. Now the more you accept the existence as it is, the more you accept the various kaleidoscopic experiences of different consciousness happens in you as it is, you will realize your prarabdha. This is the process Mahadeva wants to initiate all of you. I tell you all, by sitting for 21 days without moving from a place and witnessing all the different states of consciousness happening in your body and mind and inner space, you reach a space where prarabdha becomes seen, perceived, experienced directly by you.
The next question is from Shrikant Gopi. He is asking, Dear Kala Bhairava, why God created this world? God disguised as human being, created suffering, tried to resolve and try to give enlightenment. All seems like a meaningless game from the highest perspective. God creates, God incarnates, God gets enlightened. What is this game about? Please clarify.
My dear son, what you described itself is an answer. Only one thing you need to understand, you need to remove that word highest perspective. That is the only perspective. God incarnates, God gets enlightened, God plays this whole role, and God plays with himself. It is like a child playing with his own body. God is playing with his own body. It is not highest perspective. This is the only perspective. Realize that, my son, you achieved the true realization which I wanted to share with humanity.
The next question is from Ma Atma Niranjani from Chennai. She is asking, we are sending these questions as the answers to these will have a deep relevance to pregnancy care program. We would love Swamiji to speak on what happens when a pregnant lady seeks the blessings of an enlightened master. This would be of great help in bringing down enlightened souls. Thank you.
When a pregnant lady is touched by the enlightened being, the bio-memories of the enlightened being gets into the body of the child in her womb. The umbilical cord is the part of the body which is built with more percentage of emotion and less percentage of flesh and blood. As this part is built with more percentage of liquid emotion, less percentage of solid flesh and blood, the energy received in our body by the blessing or the touch of an enlightened being directly goes and gets stored in the bio-memory of the child. When the child's bio-memory is stored with highest truth and the true remembrance of its eternal oneness with the existence, it attracts a soul which never feels itself as separate from the whole. As it never feels itself separate from the whole, the part continues to be the part of the whole from the beginning it does not feel separate and grows expressing its whole consciousness as Jivan Mukta.
The next question is from Sri Nityananda Prabhananda. He is asking, what is the difference between soul leaving from one body to another body by yogic powers and taking birth as a newborn baby? How a baby chooses to express his or her feelings through particular action like crying and laughing. Why should it not laugh for sorrow and cry for happiness? Thank you.
The ability to relax from the reflections of your nervous system consciously without breaking your identification with the whole is the Parakaaya Siddhi. The ability to move from one body to another. The ability to move from one body to another can be used while you have one body, entering into another one body and coming back to the same body which you left. It is called Parakaya Siddhi. It is called Parakaya Pravesham. When you leave this body once for all and take another one new body and never come back to this old body again, it is conscious birth. So understand the truth about the ability to leave one body and enter into another body. The next truth you need to know, when you do not have the ability to move from one body to another body, keeping your awareness of the identity intact, even then if you try to get rid of one body, it is called suicide. The suicide only damages your identity, breaks it into so many pieces without you becoming one with the whole, as this self-destruction causes a severe damage in the process of you becoming one with the whole. You needed to assume again and again various bodies in which the healing, the self-healing can happen, which is an antidote for the self-destruction which you did. Then after the self-healing happens, only then your journey to experience the oneness of the whole with the whole begins. So destruction of your individual body without the ability to keep the individual awareness intact is considered as sin, as it delays your journey to be with oneness of the whole.
The next question is from Janani from Singapore. She is asking, what does a conscious birth signify? Does every conscious birth child get enlightened in their birth?
Every conscious birth is beginning of enlightenment. Once the conscious birth happens, enlightenment is not a big journey. It is only a choice. So usually all the beings with conscious birth enters into enlightenment. If not, they may choose to stay back in that very state and continue to have few more births out of their free will. But any conscious birth being is considered already on the fast track to enlightenment.
The next question is from Ma Nitya Ramya from Singapore. She is asking, Nityanandam, why does a soul take a conscious birth?
by the strong experience of disillusionment of your projection of fear or greed, when the part is strongly hit, it searches, it seeks the source to which it can unload the strong shock or the hit it received by the disillusionment. When it turns towards the source to unload its stress and the difficulty due to the disillusionment, it suddenly remembers its source, and the moment of remembering your source and coming face to face with the whole, you remember the secret of your birth, as birth does not happen at all. The moment you remember the secret of your birth, whether you change the body or not, you are conscious birth.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained about how there is no birth at all. All we are completely in delusion that birth and death cycle exists. The more the higher intelligence we'll understand, there is no birth nor death, we exist. This body came from nature, goes back to the nature. Here in Shakshi Pramana, beautifully she explained from the Portugal Sangha that how in the courtyard she wanted to see NASA rocket launch Apollo 7 date, and she got it 1969, and she did not believe, and she put 1986, and she got it just reversed the last two as 1968. And I clearly was having the limiting pattern stopping me from being in the oneness. I could see how I decided as a child I could not be good at things. While being in oneness more, I was able to drop this at Swamiji's feet. I celebrate that I am manifesting more oneness. Courtyard session from 20th August 2019. Again and again, Bhagavan gives us a beautiful understanding how we can manifest. Here the Balasins explain how they started manifesting Akashik reading.
So in the Nityananda Gurukul, the school I'm studying in right now, Swamiji has initiated the kids into many various different powers. One of it being the Akashik records, the one which I love the most till today, till Swamiji gives the next power. Okay, so in this Akashik reading, what we do, we sit as a medium, we sit as a channel to allow Kala Bhairava's energy, the Lord of Time, who has all the happenings of the past, present and future in a book which is called the Akashik records. So when we access these Akashik records, we allow Kala Bhairava's energy to land into us. So this is a very powerful energy, and the deity you see behind me is called the Chitsabha Nayakar. So we do this in a place called the Chitsabha, and this deity is like the representative of the Akashik records. And from this deity, when we sit for the Akashik records, golden letters appear as the answers for any question from the past, present or future. So how we do this, it's a very sacred process. So we do the puja, we wear jewelry, and we wear many things which allows Kala Bhairava's energy to be able to stay in us. And then we sit on the Simhasana and we do the Akashik records. So anyone can come forward, they'll do namaskar to us. And at that time, we won't even be feeling like we are human anymore. It'll be like a totally out of the world experience itself. Like you can physically feel that your brain, like you stop thinking, like cognizing the way you normally do. It just starts downloading, the answers just simply start downloading, the body language, everything changes. It's just an amazing experience.
With this, let's go to the guidelines for manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. All this data that is available is accessible for everyone. Those days there was no microscope, telescope to study anything. All that was there is the oneness space. If you understand that you are energy and intelligence, you can download anything you want into the physical reality. That is how all the great saints manifested in the Gurukul. By the age of 10, they were able to master all the Upanishads, Brahma Sutras, Bhagavad Gitas, all that verbatim they were able to repeat, all the 4 Vedas. Even a cat could repeat the 4 Vedas, we say. So the animals or the humans were able to tap the higher intelligence. How do we do that? All we are going to do is apply the Jnananjan in our third eye, on our temple, and on the granite slab. If you have the granite slab, you can use that. If you have Atmamurti, you can apply on Atmamurti. And you can focus on Bhagavan's eyes, a third eye, and simply sit there, and whatever appears, you can write down. What are we going to write down? Today we are going to scan for the birthdays, birth month, birth year, or any event year that you can write down and Google and find out. Even the birthdays of celebrities you can find out from Googling. So you can write the detail, verify the detail, either from Google or from your partner, your friends, families, whether you got it correct. At least write 10 of them and we can verify at the end how many you got it correct. And all we are going to do is, how we are going to do that is only from consciousness, not from our logical thinking. So what we need to do, sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Visualize Paramashiva. Bring yourself to the complete completion where there is nothing other than you exist. For a few minutes, only be with who you are. That is, Bhagavan says, bring yourself to your body. Sit with Paramashiva with 25 heads, 75 eyes and 50 hands. Reside only in your inner space. Do not run anywhere else. Do not follow the thoughts. And how do I get to go beyond the thought? By deep listening. Chanting the Mahavakya, the Nada in our body, which creates our body, is nothing but the fire and the Vayu, the wind energy. Together it clashes, making the Nada happen. When you start focusing on the Mahavakya, the sound that is created can transform you into the higher reality, because the sound that is experienced is from Kailasa. So it has to raise you to that frequency. The more you have listening to that space, you are able to establish yourself in that space. You will experience the deeper reality, deeper powers, and more power manifestation. More you get into the thoughts and start thinking and running behind the thoughts, more you are in delusion, and we have to purify by chanting more and more Mahavakya with a deep listening. When we start getting purified, simply we'll start manifesting all the dimension, all the possibilities of Paramashiva. It is a science because everybody has experienced it. It is a science and all of us can experience that as ultimate reality. Now let's chant the Mahavakya intensely, deeply, connecting to Paramashiva in the quantum space by bringing ourselves into the deep surrender space. Offer everything, every thought at Bhagavan's lotus feet. Very well establish you as Paramashiva, nothing but Paramashiva. Who you are in the very core, in the parallel universe, is Paramashiva. So establish yourself, not your identity, but your own self as Paramashiva, dropping all other identity at Bhagavan's lotus feet. In deep gratitude and oneness, deep love, you come into the present moment. By chanting the Mahavakya, you are raised into the Kailasa. By deep listening, you go beyond the thought. All three can happen and manifestation starts happening. Everything that you write down becomes reality, the truth. So let's all experience the Akashik reading by chanting the Mahavakya intensely with a deep listening.
Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all of our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all of our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda 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 Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eye. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam.
Slowly, very slowly, open your eyes, and whatever Paramashiva has shown, please go ahead and verify the detail, the birth date, birth month, or birth year of the event or people. Go ahead and verify, and you can see in the right bottom corner under the picture, Bhagavan's picture, we have tinyurl.com/power manifestation. You can click on that and you can start sharing all the great signs to the world. Power manifestation has three parts. One, all the powerful cognition, the pramanas, to bring you to the powerful cognition from your understanding. And second, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, just dissolving the identity in the oneness. Third, you becoming the whole itself. More and more when we contribute to others' life, we start becoming the ultimate. Go on sharing and go on enriching the world that Paramashiva is real, consciousness is real. The very purpose, the very way we existed is to celebrate Paramashiva, and social media is the best platform for us to celebrate and tell the world, which is our own reflection, that Paramashiva is real and I experience the ultimate. And thank Bhagavan for all these great gifts every day, the powerful cognition, the initiation, and power manifestation continuously showering on us. Don't forget to have hashtag Paramashivoham Shakshi Pramana, hashtag power manifestation, hashtag Kailasa, hashtag Nityananda, and tag it to your friends and families. Now let's surrender all this powerful cognition, power manifestation at Bhagavan's lotus feet in deep gratitude, thanking Bhagavan for all the gifts from Kailasa for each one of us every single day. And thanking all of you who stayed back and manifested the powers of Paramashiva, Guruvak as life. Guruvak every day doing the puja, doing the yoga, detoxing our body, and every day listening to the satsangs and receiving the initiation, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva as our Charya Pada, living the highest space of oneness with Paramashiva. Thank you for being here. Thank you for manifesting, and thank you for sharing all this great truth. With that, we have come to the end of the session. Now let's sit straight with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Hold the powerful space. Paramashiva is real in my thought, word, and action. Seeing everything, everyone as Paramashiva. Throughout the day, hold that powerful space and chant the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you so much. The next session will be after the satsang, and you can join in through e-Kailasa. Thank you, Nityanandam.